neighbors and friends, thank you so much for joining us for another quick Ballard video PTA meeting. My name is JJ Jones and I am the PTA treasurer at Ballard. And I can't promise that my meeting will be as cute or fun as Becky's, but we'll try to get through it quickly so you can move on to something else today. We wanted to first of all, for our first agenda item, thank you so much to the parents who helped with the second round of school pictures. I know the first day was a little rough, but we were able to get 2 more days scheduled, and the Ballard staff were so appreciative of the help that you all were able to provide. So thank you so much for that. Also, thank you to those who voted to approve the budget. As the treasurer, especially, I appreciate that. So thank you so much. Our current balance as of today is $5,195.29. We have paid for our insurance, which was $320, and spent about $300 on our first teacher appreciation luncheon. They were so grateful for that. And most of the rest of our income has come from our PTA memberships. As you know, we do not do any fundraisers. So we have 79 members so far, which is great. And we also raised about $70 for our teacher appreciation. So thank you so much for that. The October virtual listening meeting will be at noon on October 19th. The link is in the Brew and Buzz. October is normally Red Ribbon Month, which we actually observe all year at Ballard, and we expand our efforts to include anything that can be habit forming. At this meeting, we will brainstorm ways to encourage our kids to make healthy life choices. Come with your ideas, or if you can't make it, contact a member of the PTSA board, and we would love to chat with you about your ideas. Once we have a plan, we will send out a link for donations to help us fund our Freedom Campaign. And our last agenda meeting is project graduation. We have not had a parent step up yet for the committee to lead the committee to fundraise for, plan, and execute the all-night seniors only graduation party. Historically, this is a party thrown by parents so their kids can have a safe, inclusive, and chaperoned graduation party, and it lasts all night. It costs about $12,000 to pull off and requires just ordering and selling senior yard signs and tickets to the event. Last year, the PTA took it on because we didn't have a parent to do it, but we're not going to be able to do that this year. So if we don't have anyone come forward who willing to take it on, it will not happen for the class of 2024. So please consider stepping up. It's probably less work than you are anticipating, and if you can get, a group together, it's really worth it, and the kids really have a great time. Last year, we had a bunch of kids join at the last minute, and they had a really good night. So please consider helping with that. The last thing is our parent-teacher chat, and I'm going to be talking about anxiety and social anxiety. I chose this topic because I have kids with some mental health struggles, and we have found a lot of these tips have worked for us. I watched 2 of the Operation Parent webinars. One was by Social Anxiety Kyle, as he calls himself. You can find him as Social Anxiety Kyle on social media and also on his website. He also has a great TEDx talk. But he has a 3-step plan for overcoming social anxiety, and it was what worked for him because he was a teenager with social anxiety. And his first step is shower yourself with love. And one thing that you can do to do that is through affirmations. And you can write them down and put them on your mirror. And every morning you can close the door and go in the bathroom and just really recite those with conviction. That really can help change your mindset and set your whole mindset for the day. Another thing you can do is a gratitude journal. Through a gratitude journal, you can really begin to focus on the good things in your life and change the way you view the world. His step 2 is to challenge yourself, or in therapy world sometimes we call this doing exposures. So it's just doing a little challenge of something that's difficult for you, whether that's talking to someone new, or saying hi to someone in the hall, making eye contact with people in the hall, inviting someone to do something, talking to a teacher. These are all little challenges that a student can do who is socially anxious. And the third step is to reward yourself. Sometimes that helps you to get through the challenge, knowing there's a little reward at the end. That can be a little treat, or it can be maybe an episode of a favorite show, some video game time, maybe a bubble bath, just something, a little reward to make you feel good about the challenge that you've completed. Something that is really important as a parent is that we don't give advice for our kids to our kids unless they ask for it. This has to do with all kinds of things, especially, I can think of with sports with my kids, but instead just to listen and to give support. As we all know, unsolicited advice is often received as criticism, especially with our teens. They're very hyper aware of criticism that they're receiving all the time. So it's really important as parents that we support. And if they are willing to get help or to accept your help, that's really, really good. But if they're not, it's important to meet them where they are and to love them. Instead, what's really important, a good example that you can set is to work on your own mental health. You can talk about it, talk about what you're working on. You can watch that TEDx talk together. You could watch some of the webinars together. You can work on your gratitude journals or on your affirmations together. Just show them the behavior that you would like to see in them. It's also really important with anxiety to create structure and routine. I know a lot of times as our kids get older, they get a little more independent and we might want to let go a little bit, but it's still really important to keep those structures and routines in our homes and in our families because they feel more safe when it's consistent and predictable in their lives. We have to make sure that we don't give in to their demands or decrease their responsibilities. We don't want to rescue them from negative outcomes or difficult situations or get ourselves involved all the time in their issues. Lastly, it's really important to validate their effort and not the outcome. Validate how hard they work to study for a test, not just if they get an A on the test. Validate how hard they work to make new friends, not if it's really successful. As we validate that effort, they come to really feel the value of effort and putting forth, effort and overcoming challenges. Thank you so much. We will share links to those webinars and other resources. And if your child is experiencing social anxiety or anxiety that is debilitating or keeping them from being able to function at a high level, it's really important to make sure you get the help that they need. Thank you again so much for joining our PTA meeting today, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.